PSLE is coming. Can you solve this 2025 hard PSLE math question? And the question goes, Figure 1 shows a square piece of paper PQRS. The line GH divides the paper into two equal parts. Then the paper is folded so that corners P and Q meet at point E on GH as shown in figure 2. Which of the following statements are true? Okay, the first statement is angle MRE in green 30 degrees. The second statement is RMG equal to 105 degrees in red. And lastly, is the purple triangle RSE is an equilateral triangle. Okay, let's start with the last statement, which is RSE an equilateral triangle? So first thing first, let's remove the coloring so it's easier to see. Then the next thing is we know that this is a square piece of paper. So that means the square has all sides that are equal. So the question is which folded side are the same as the square? So if you guess ES, then you're right. ES is also the same length. And if you guessed ER, you are also right. So since these three sides are the same, that means RSE is an equilateral triangle because there are three sides of the same length. So that means the last statement is true. Okay, let's move on to the first statement, which is angle MRE, is it equal to 30 degrees? So let's remove just one of the angle. And since RSE is an equilateral triangle, that means one of the angle ERH is equal to 60 degrees or ERS. So now we know this part. We also know that QRS is also a right angle because this whole figure QRSP is a square. So now we know these two parts. Another thing about folded angles are they are the same. So that means this angle MRE, this green angle, is also the same as QRM. So with that said, we actually can figure out what is the angle MRE, which is, do you think it's 30 degrees? And the answer is not. It's 30 divided by 2, and it actually is 15 degrees instead. So in this case, MRE is not equal to 30 degrees, which means this is false. And lastly, the last statement that we want to find out is angle RMG, which is 105 degrees. So how do we know that this is 105 degrees? So if we were to put back the angles that we have calculated earlier, the next thing is we actually can find angle RMG, which is basically 180 and then minus this blue angle over here. Okay, and this blue angle is QMR. So angle QMR, how do you think we can get it? Angle QMR is actually in a right angle triangle. So that means we can just have 180 minus 15 minus 90, and this gives us 75 degrees. Since we know the angle QMR is 75 degrees, that means RMG will be 105 degrees, which makes this statement to true. Therefore, the first statement is false and the other two statements is true. And that's how you solve this PSLE math question.